From the Trader Guy, this is Chris. Taking a look at the silver spot market, you can see silver has fallen during the session here on Tuesday after CPI came in double what was expected, at least core CPI did, month over month. Now, this is a perfect example of the technicals lining up with an announcement. That's exactly what we've seen. We've seen a nice downtrend line. We're now below the 50-day EMA. Some people will say it's the trend line. Biggest problem with trend lines, of course, is you can keep drawing them to fit whatever narrative you want. The reality is that if the Federal Reserve is going to have to tighten, it's going to continue to push the value of the U.S. dollar higher. It's going to take less of those dollars to buy silver. Furthermore, they're going to tighten. It's going to drive down demand. Driving down demand means that there'll be less demand for industrial metals, and that's what silver is. I have this old rule that as far as the precious metals markets are concerned, all things being equal, if I'm buying them, I'm buying gold. If I'm shorting them, I'm shorting silver. That's because when silver falls out of bed, it really falls out of bed. There is a little bit of support right here, so maybe a little bit of a bounce on a short-term chart, and I'll think about selling down to 18. Or position size accordingly. I can just short it and go to bed. I don't care. 20 should be a bit of a barrier, especially now that there's a trend line there. You can compare it to 10-year yield, and you can see 10-year yield goes higher, meaning bonds being sold in America. Metal goes lower. That's true with gold as well. Not always, but it is a correlation that does, over time, tend to work itself out. So if you have the ability to do so, or here on TradingView, you can compare the two and you can see exactly how things play out. Either way, I'm bearish on silver, but there's going to be a lack of demand. I just don't see why you would be involved in it. Unfortunately, I've already had a couple of emails saying, hey, is this going to be a great opportunity to buy silver? Naturally, anything can happen, but at this point, the fundamentals just do not line up for silver, nor growth at all.